Suda51 is known for bold ideas, and each of the games he's worked on carries a creative spark. It seems there's no concept too outlandish for Suda, and that adventurous style has made his work so enjoyable to follow. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes has flashes of this, brief segments where his ambitious spirit comes through. But these moments are under-supported by a bland and wildly inconsistent foundation, preventing it all from really coming together in an effective way. Taking place 7 years after No More Heroes 2, Badman, an assassin, comes after Travis Touchdown seeking revenge. Badman is the father of Bad Girl, a psychotic baseball bat-wielding killer that Travis took down in the first No More Heroes. During a chaotic brawl between Travis and Badman inside Travis's trailer, the two of them get sucked into a bizarre video game console known as the Death Drive. From there, you can play as either Travis, Badman, or both of them in co-op. The characters travel through a variety of Death Drive games and uncover a deeper mystery about the console itself. Bouncing from one fictitious game to another is an intriguing idea, if only because of how crazy things could get. Sometimes, Travis Strikes Again takes advantage of this potential. The second game you play, Life is Destroy, begins with a wonderfully cheesy live-action cinematic that perfectly nails the B-movie horror vibe it's going for. Yet such inspired moments are few and far between, sandwiched between long sections of tediously doing what essentially amounts to the same thing over and over again. Regardless of the setting, expect to get trapped in small rooms by barriers that won't lift until the player kills a wave of enemies. After escaping, you'll usually run down a generic corridor until you inevitably encounter another small room to do it all again. It's obvious that Travis Strikes Again is intentionally going for a simplistic arcade style, but it doesn't know how to make that style work. The levels themselves feel like they drag on because the fights are so similar that they bleed together, and the environments surrounding these fights don't do anything to alleviate the monotony. It's sometimes difficult to even piece together a cohesive theme for the levels. Several of the games almost feel like a single section is just repeated for its entirety, preventing anything from standing out in a meaningful way. The combat mechanics are perfectly serviceable. Similar to the other No More Heroes games, you have a quick light attack and a stronger heavy attack that make up the core of your arsenal. Additionally, there are aerial attacks and a wide variety of acquirable skills which do add a bit of flavor. Some skills immobilize enemies while others are slightly more dramatic, such as shooting out a bomb that explodes after a few seconds. Bosses at the end of each level are also highlights, with each of them having unique mechanics. For instance, the first boss requires you to destroy giant generators, all while dodging electric blasts. These fights are so much more interesting than the standard scuffles because they actually push you a bit. Otherwise, you can get through most fights by using skills as soon as they're ready and activating the super move after building it up with basic attacks. The super move gets stronger the more it's used, but you lose that accumulated strength if you take too much damage, which incentivizes skillful play. It's a great idea, but fights don't change enough throughout to really make the added strength feel all that valuable. For the most part, Travis Strikes Again doesn't offer enough with its enemies or encounter design to make the prospect of constant improvement necessary or enticing. The best parts of the game are also likely the hardest for many to appreciate, but that's part of the reason they're great. There are tons of references to Suda's past work, particularly to some of his more obscure games that aren't widely played outside of Japan. These references are both big and small, with some past characters even taking major roles in the story. Suda also offers a lot of love to numerous indie games, and a good bulk of the t-shirts Travis can change into are from popular games like Hollow Knight or SteamWorld Dig. It's pretty clear that there's a genuine love and inspiration taken from these games, giving Travis Strikes Again an endearing quality it would otherwise completely lack. Such enthusiasm puts the game in an immensely frustrating place. Travis Strikes Again has the right attitude, or at least an attitude you want to get behind. Yet it stumbles time and again with execution, taking an abundance of energy and squandering it in a game that's often dull more than anything else. It's also frustrating when comparing the game to No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2. Travis Strikes Again is not trying to be a direct follow-up, but those games still have a focus and flair that's lacking here. By the time everything is over, it's hard to add up the experience in any sort of coherent way, and unfortunately, it's not even that entertaining of a trip. Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/EasyAllies to help us make more. For just $1 a month, you can gain access to weekly updates, spoiler discussions, and exclusive shows.